anywhere in Metro Detroit and find distressed properties. I can guarantee you that. Anywhere. Now in the suburbs, they're going to be a lot less. If you want to move into Pontiac, you want to move into Detroit, those are going to be a lot more, so on and so forth. Anywhere you go, there's going to be distressed properties. All right. Now, if you're talking about in the $800,000 range and things like that, then yeah, you know what? You might not be able to find those, but that's why there's a car and you can drive. Right? Call it driving for dollars for a reason. So,
and it works.
Yeah. So,
but
anyways,
nobody wants to do it. That's why it works.
That's why it works. Nobody wants to take the time to do it. Now, do you live in a nice area of Flint or of Flint, Genesee County?
Davison.
You live in Davison, which is a relatively nice area. So, you said you live in a nice area of Metro Detroit. There aren't many distressed properties. I'm going to tell you, I live in Metro Detroit as well. I live in a nice area. You can go anywhere in Metro Detroit and find distressed properties. I can guarantee you that. Anywhere. Now in the suburbs, they're going to be a lot less. If you want to move into Pontiac, you want to move into Detroit, those are going to be a lot more, so on and so forth. Anywhere you go, there's going to be distressed properties. All right. Now, if you're talking about in the $800,000 range and things like that, then yeah, you know what? You might not be able to find those, but that's why there's a car and you can drive. Right? Call it driving for dollars for a reason. So,
and it works.
Yeah. So,
but nobody wants to do it. That's why it works.
That's why it works. Nobody wants to take the time to do it. So you were getting these, you were getting them sold, everything was going, and that's till about where we are about right now, right? So, you know, kind of where you're at, you also help out with some flips as well, right?
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with that?
I was actually Ed Constable, the realtor. Shout out to Ed. He gives me a call, and he's like, "Hey, if you find a good property where there's enough money on it, you know, basically, you know, I like you. I'd like to do a flip with you. You know, you bring the house, I'll fund it, and then you paint it, and we'll split it."
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. You know.
So he's more looking for quick flips, like carpet paint, and that's about it, right?
Yeah, we don't want to gut it.
Right. Okay.
You know.
Something easy, so easy rehab, you know, something small.
Easy enough, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, and then it was funny, because I did find one, and you know, he's like, "Yeah, you know, this is a good deal. I'll do it." And so, you know, assigned the contract to him for a $0 assignment fee, and then closed on it. Got, and then, you know, I told him, "Yeah, you know, I'll paint the outside of it instead of hiring a painter to do it." And I saw like the impact of not, that was the first time I really, I guess, realized the, you know, how well the wholesaling was going if you actually was consistent at it. Because that week that it took to paint the house, you know, I wasn't making any phone calls or anything. Or following up with the people or whatever. And it was just like, I knew it wasn't worth it. Like, it just, yeah.
You're like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's when it hit me. It's like, okay, wow, that's what consistency does,
Yep.
like,
Yeah, being consistent, and it's like, okay, now you got to pick up the momentum. And a lot of times when you pick up that momentum, it's not the same,
mm-hmm.
you know? So you realize, like, okay, even though I'm 50-50 on this deal with him, it's like, okay, I'm sitting here doing this work, but it's taking me away from the phones.
Right.
It's taking me
Like I
away
could be
from
lining up
things.
our next one, but
Yeah,
I had already told him, yeah, I would do it. At that point, I'm not going to
of
say,
course.
hey, hire
Yeah,
somebody else.
yeah.
But yeah,
So
like
how did you secure yourself to be able to get half of the profits or whatever your deal was?
it was his idea.
Yeah, but how did you get it in writing?
Oh, no. No.
Okay. So he totally could. So anybody out there, don't do what he just did. Okay. I highly recommend you do it, but you get it in writing.
No, I know the guy pretty well. He's a really good guy.
Which is great. And that is awesome. But no matter what, I always say get in writing so that, hey, this protects you and protects me, you know? So there's no expectations of anybody screwing anybody over. So it's good that he followed through with what he said. And I'm sure he's a great guy that he wouldn't do that. But I've seen too many people get screwed over that way.
Yeah.
So always, even if it's just a small document listing out, hey, we're buying this property together, he's funding it. And then because I found it and no assignment fee, we're splitting the profits, so on and so forth. So now that document you can take basically and be, I don't know whether it be a lien holder or whether you be it could be something you could enforce, so that's the key. Or you become part of title. So you just add your name on title, so now
Mm-hmm.
both of you are owners. And in order for him to sell, he needs your signature as well.
Yeah.
So,
something.
Yeah. But I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad. I highly recommend you get him in writing, um, because you don't want to come back to that. That's the only thing. So,
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So you're continuing to do that. So you're doing wholesaling, you're doing some flips. So you're testing the waters, because guess what, everybody? Wholesaling is not the end all be all. It is a lead gen to get to your next step, whether that be wholesale or whether it be fix and flipping, whether that be buying holds, whether that be going to multifamily, whatever the case, or commercial, whatever the case, you want. So, with that being said, do you feel that you are? What are your plans for the future right now? I guess I should go into that.
Consistency.
There you go.
It's yeah, like I've already proved that the process works.
Yep.
So keep doing it.
Awesome. So, how are you combating the painting time?
Yeah, I have somebody else that I just send the jobs to, and I still advertise my company, and then they because we charge the same price either way for paint.
Okay.
And so they give me a call, I get them in touch with this other guy, and he paints it, and then he gives me a little thing on the side for sending him the job, kind of thing.
So he gives you a referral,
Right.
Right. Okay. And then in turn, he also hooks you up when you have your own properties, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. See, networking, getting to know people, and this right here is why by taking action, he was able to meet these people by by doing something, he was able to get one step ahead in everything he's done, you know? So, what is your plans for the rest of this year? How much in wholesaling? We'll just talk about wholesaling. We don't need to talk about the flipping. Have you made an assignment fee so far?
How much have I made, or how many sales?
Either one, whatever you want to talk about.
Okay. I think I just sold number 8.
Number 8. Okay. And this is March. Right now, we're in March 20th.
May.
And May 20th. My bad. May 20th. And so we are 5 months in, and you've sold 8 properties.
Right.
That is awesome.
Well, right. And then March, March was I didn't do much in March because it was,
you had the painting job. So
right. Yeah, there was the painting job that took a week, and then I was sick for like another 3 weeks, and I didn't really get, make any calls in March.
Okay. So, you've done 8 deals, say average about $5,000 per deal, which you probably did more than that. I'm assuming on some of them.
Yeah, that'd be the average. Yeah.
That'd be the average. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, you made a good chunk of change. So, you're looking at, I am dumb stupid at the moment. So, 8 times 5, you're looking at, you've already made, and this is only May, you've already made $40,000.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them were a lot, there was some that was over 5,
some
and then
were
there
a
was
little
some
bit
that was
over,
under 5.
but the average, yeah. So around that, okay, that is amazing. All right. That is somebody's yearly salary in 5 months. So it can be done. Now we have expenses. We have all of that going through this whole process, not taken away from that. And we are not saying that you can do wholesaling for free. Is that right?
No, I spend about $3-4 grand on programs alone. Like it.
Exactly. So we are not saying that you can wholesale for free. You need to put in some money. All right. Now, it may not be a lot compared to some other businesses, but it's great. So, Mr. AM says, congrats, Jordan. So,
yeah. Well, I'm not saying I see all that money. I'm not.
You're right. You don't. But the thing is that just knowing that is, obviously that is, the net, before all expenses. So, check that out. Yes, wholesaling is great, but make sure you do it properly. If you have any leads and you just don't know what to do with them or anything like that, I'm in the Metro Detroit area. My number is right here at the bottom. Give me a call. I'm happy to JV with you. I do have buyers. If you're in the Genesee County, talk to Jordan. How can people get a hold of you, Jordan, if they want to get on your buyers list or anything like that?
I have a website. It's HolmeSellSmith.com.
Okay.
Getting that set up at the time of this video, it's not there yet. But maybe by the time you see it, it will be.
That's
but
awesome.
For right now, my cell phone is 810-874-2725, and my email is jordansmithgo@gmail.
That is awesome. So anybody who wants to contact Jordan, go ahead and contact him. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, by all means, reach out to us. Now, if you are somebody who wants to be a guest on my podcast, please do reach out to me. You can text me here at this number, or you can email me at RandyBuysHousesMi@gmail.com. So, and we can kind of go from there. But I'm happy to have you, Jordan. Thank you for telling us your story, and telling us like how I'm hoping this helps at least one person out there. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
If it helps more, great. That's gravy. As long as it can help one person, that's awesome. So I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
No problem. I'm going to put you in the back. We're going to close down, but stay here and we'll I'll chat with you in a minute. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining, and I really do appreciate everyone who did come join live. We are a little bit over on time. That's awesome though. I'm happy to go through. I wanted to share Jordan's story. He is an awesome guy. And, in my opinion, a lot of what he's gone through is what every beginner goes through. So the difference is a lot of other beginners say, I need to know everything before I even take one action. He took action even when he didn't know much. So, and that's what the whole point of this episode was, is take action and just follow up, get to know people. People are going to be, people are going to help you. If you're open with it, they'll help you. So with that being said, see you on the next video, see you on the next guest, with the next guest. Let's all do deals together.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view.